Welcome to M&M Feedlot. My name is Darin Mann. I'm the third generation here to manage and run the feedlot. My grandfather started this farm and feedlot in 1947 when it was just sagebrush and bare ground, and he leveled the fields and built the corrals, and my dad returned back to help him in the early 1970s, and that's when I was born and raised, and then I returned myself back to the feedlot in 2002, 7 years ago. We raise 10,000 dairy replacement heifers for local dairymen here in the area. Well, not only are we feedlot owners, but we also farm as well. And as a farmer, we would apply this manure to our fields, and being stewards of the land, we didn't want to get the nitrate and the nutrient levels too high in our soil. And so we continually had to truck our manure further and further away, which got to be very expensive. And so we thought of ways to reduce that cost, and that's where compost started fitting into our operation. So we now compost all the manure on site, and it takes a mass of manure of this size and shrinks it down to a very small, stable product that you're able to transport long distances and far away. And so thus we are able to apply our manure in a large geographic area as opposed to just close proximity to the feedlot. Some of the other benefits that we thought that we would see through the composting process is a reduction of odor at the facility, as well as a better environment for the cows to live in, that their corrals would constantly be cleaned, and then also a reduction in the fly population at the facility as well. There were some challenges to overcome even from the beginning. Compost isn't necessarily just a science, it's an art as well, and it takes a creative balance to get the right amount of nitrogen, carbon, oxygen, and moisture into the compost rows in order to make a good quality product. And that took quite a bit of trial and error to get the right batches made and the right consistency and methodology of how we're going to add water, and getting the right equipment and tools in place in order for us to make a good product. One thing that I did do to further my learning is I did visit some other compost facilities, and Washington State University, through their extension agency, has a wonderful composting school that they put on each fall that I attended last year, and it would really help educate me on how to be a better compost maker. One of the benefits we've seen is a financial benefit. We no longer have to have the enormous expense of hauling our manure to fields in the area. Another benefit has been environmental issues. It's been a huge reduction in the amount of odor at the feedlot, and the other one is an animal welfare benefit. Composting allows us to clean our corrals on a yearly basis all the time, as opposed to once in the fall and once in the spring. And it keeps the corrals really clean, which helps animal health, and it helps the animals to grow better. One of the things that we've done recently to help sell the compost is we made our own compost spreader that we allow the farmers to use free of charge if they buy the compost from our facility. We actually haven't invested in really any time or money in a marketing strategy. It's basically just been word of mouth with local farmers. We go around and we explain the benefits of compost, that it's great for water retention in the soil, adds organic matter, and it's a lot cheaper than commercial fertilizers as well, at least for how we're pricing it to them. And so there's a lot of positives that outweigh what farmers historically done to add nutrients to their fields. The response has been very positive. We have very little inventory left, and those that have applied it in years past have seen an increase in their tonnage in their fields with corn and with hay. We're excited to see the results this year. We had quite a few farmers put it on that were onion growers, potato growers, and we'll see next year what kind of results that they get.